What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna look at my resolutions, see how we did in March, and I thought I would come outside, a bit of a change of scenery, and just sort of go through this, because March was a bit of a, well, we'll see how we did. So let's just jump straight into it. Relationships. There are 3 that I've got here listed down on my on my little note. I haven't touched this note in about 2 months, so these are outdated, but as it's the note that we've got, we're going to go with it. So the first one is spend more time with family and friends. Obviously we started off the month strong in that regard by going to Sydney to go to Comic-Con and Mardi Gras, and hang out with my friend in Sydney. That was actually also my first time actually meeting them in person, but we've been sort of friends online for a number of years before then. So we started off strong in that regard. You know what, I made efforts. I wanted to try and organise to have the first episode of the podcast that my mate and I are working on out already. There was a bit there where I went and had a bit of a catch up in a pub feed with a mate, like a different mate. I tried organising a games night with some of the friends. I made efforts. That we succeeded in that regard. I actually socialised more than I realised this last month. Okay. The second one is prioritise self-care, which I think is a good one to leave here. My relationship with myself is obviously important. We let the depression be felt this month, which is important to do sometimes, especially when you're trying to conquer it. Sometimes it's good to just let it have its moment in the sun, and then you get right back on the grind, trying to beat it. And each time, hopefully each time, it's supposed to be less time spent. But this month I'd lost all motivation to do a lot of things. So we're getting right back on top of it in April. And then the last one's sort of a write-off that I've got here. But the last one I've got here is establish monthly SBAT with my coven. My coven currently consists of just me, because of things that happened in February. I think it was February. Time is weirdly going fast and slow at the same time this year, so it seems like a long time ago, but it probably also wasn't that long ago. But anyway, so that one is one we can probably remove when I actually have a coven to establish that with. I'll put it back in. That'll probably end up just being a full moon SBAT, like most SBATs usually are. Where was my shadow? There we go. Having to use one of the shadows from one of the plants behind me to not just have the sun glaring down on the camera. Alright, now I know for a fact that my career ones are going to have to change, because what we've got here is build film portfolio and finish module 6. I'm actually no longer studying my photography course. I'm actually now enrolled in a PT course, which as soon as I finish this video, I'm taking my emails to see if I've got my login details full or not yet. I should do. So that's going to become that, and I'm probably going to add one in with it being that I want to try and find a part-time job that is occupying the day hours so I can get my sleep schedule back on track. So we're probably going to be looking for that this month. I'm very grateful that I have a job, considering that, and that I was able to get it during COVID. Very grateful for that. But now that things are starting to get back to some semblance of normality, I need a job that's going to help me get my head back on track, especially with going into studying personal training. I'm going to need to be able to get up earlier than 10 or 11 so that I can actually do a workout in the morning before it starts getting too stinking hot during the days, because at the moment the days are still getting pretty muggy. I think it's more the humidity than anything, but anyway. So yeah, I didn't hit the same resolutions, but I did progress as far as my career is concerned. We had to make that executive decision to switch careers and pursue something different. And I'm obviously still going to do photography and stuff. I still have my Instagram, I still have my YouTube, so it's not like I'm just quitting making videos and taking photos altogether. It's just being relegated to being a hobby instead of a career. Alright, the next two I know for a fact that I failed. So it's my fitness and my well-being, and the only one of these 4 dot points on my notes that I actually kept was that I attended my psychologist appointment. I, for one reason or another, slept through like to the first week of April, first week of March. I was in Sydney, so I didn't have a PT session that week. Second week was after I got back, and I was so exhausted from Sydney itself that I slept through my alarm and didn't make it, and then I didn't make my one the week after that, and then this week sort of was full of work every night. I still have 3 more days to go before this weekend's over, and of course they're the Easter weekend, so we have a fun couple of days ahead of us. I'm exhausted. So yeah, PT sessions didn't do so well. While I always try to make healthy decisions about what I'm eating, especially if I'm not going to the gym, yeah, I don't know. The lack of motivation and the depression sort of kept a cap on my hunger for the most part. Like, I still ate, obviously. I still ate, but it wasn't, yeah. If we're being completely honest, it wasn't consistent enough to be considered healthy. So even though the foods themselves might have been, the frequency wasn't. And then my mental health diary, it just sort of, it didn't. And I pretty much know off the top of my head that I didn't hit my finances one either. Sydney was more expensive than I had estimated it would be, even with knowing that I was going to be able to stay with family and friends the entire time, and that therefore food was sort of covered for me as well. It still ended up being more expensive than I anticipated. So we spent the rest of the month trying to play catch up. So we ended up at the same place as where we started the month. So I can basically just keep the same goal there for this month. But yeah, that's it. That's all I've got for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're new here, and ring that notification bell if you want to be notified when I upload new videos. Let me know in the comment section down below how you guys are doing with your resolutions. I'm hoping that these videos are helping you guys keep on track of your resolutions and actually do something with the year, because I know that I have some friends that are just already finding 2021 to be worse than 2020, which is saying something. So hopefully these are helping make your 2021 a little bit easier. And yeah, until next time guys, keep your head screwed on.